Hello, welcome to the Princess Talks, and I'm the Princess. Nice to see you here once again. It's coming towards the end of this, my little talk show. I'm going to miss you guys, but, well, I've learned a lot. I would have liked to have learned more, but you know how it is. Anyway, how's your weekend going? I hope all is well. Alrighty, well, let's get on with it. Much to talk about, although this episode is, well, I had to change it again, given what's going on in England, and I'm just going to say something really simple, because really there's nothing more needs to be said, except what a tragedy all around. Paparazzis, I hope you probably learned your lesson, but you know what? You probably don't. That's the sad thing. Alrighty, moving right along. Well, this episode was supposed to have been for Sir Richard Branson. But given what's going on in England right now, I'd prefer not to go there. Perhaps next week or the week after. And this is why this week's show is going to be devoted, or, what should I say, asking somebody, another rich man, another rich person for money. That will be Mr. Warren Buffett, the American. The very wealthy man. But anyway, forget about his wealth. Mr. Buffett, I do admire you. Yes, I admire you. I admire you from afar. And let's just say I admire what you stand for. Yes, that's it. I'm sorry. I'm tongue-tied. Usually I'm not. The fact that you think everyone should work hard, and your philanthropic philosophy, how you give to, so many charities, which is a wonderful thing, but I think it's how you feel about your family. Well, I know you've said, at least that's what I think you've said, you're not leaving anything in your will for your, well, sir, since you're not, I was just wondering, oh, I'm the princess, the pasta princess, that is. Sir, Mr. Buffett, I've been working very hard to start my pasta business, but I'm sort of short on cash. I know it's trashy, it's tacky, it's classless. Well, I don't care. Right now I just need the money to start my business. First, let me just say this. I am not looking for a handout, just a handout. Meaning, if I get the money from you or someone else, I'm not expecting a gift. Though if I got a gift, I would gladly accept it. But seriously, I would prefer a loan with a low interest rate. Why not go to the bank, you say? Sir, if I could, I would. So, if I get this loan from you or someone else, but right now, Mr. Buffett, I would like a loan from you. After all, sir, you do have a lot of money. Yes, I know you've worked very hard, which is good, and I do admire that, because not many people work hard, or should I say, I'm sorry, not everyone work hard, or not everyone work as hard as you do, and that's one of the things I admire about you. For example, right now you're probably working, but anyway, if I get this money from you, I'll be sure to put it to good use to start my business, my pasta catering business. I've made a fool of myself many times trying to get this money. How much money I'm looking for? Well, I was sort of thinking about $100,000. That way, for renovation and everything else. A new little car, as in a 6-year-old car instead of a 20-year-old car. That way, when I have a delivery to make, the car doesn't break down on the street, on the roadway. And maybe a cell phone, but I don't really care about a cell phone. I just need a car. Anyway, sir, it doesn't have to be $100,000. And you'll be totally in charge of how this money is being allocated to my business. Seriously. As long as I get the business, that's all I care about. There's only one thing, though. And not that you would ever be interested. I'm not looking for a business partner. No. I'm just looking for some financial assistance for my business. And I don't care who it is who is ever going to give me money, if there is ever any person. I am not looking for a business partner. Certainly I would gladly accept financial advice, but I am not looking for a partner. You see, I've worked too hard and too long for this business, so I am not going to allow anyone to tell me how to cut my tomatoes or how to jerk my chicken. So there we go. Like I said, sir, I know you're not interested in being a partner. But should anyone else is interested, that's what I mean. So, Mr. Buffett, I wish I was one of your, well, family members, because I would have gotten a great education and I wouldn't have had to worry about repaying student loan. And this is why I have no money for the business, because I've had to repay student loan for a long time, and you know the interest gets higher and higher and higher. But anyway, you know, I did get an education, sir. Just in case you're wondering, what have I done with my life? Well, I tell you one thing, I didn't get myself knocked up. You know, I didn't become pregnant as a teenager, or even as a 20-year-old, and I'm not a 20-year-old anymore. I would like to think I am, but it's okay. So, Mr. Buffett, sir, who I do admire, because I think people should be responsible. People should work. So, you've given your family, your grandchildren, children, a great education. Lucky them. See, kids, you're very lucky. So, sir, I'm just wondering if you could be kind enough to, well, you know, give me a little help. It would be I would be so grateful. And I would not be just hoping in a business. I would also make sure I give back. In this case, I would give back. But if I did make it on my own, which I'm hoping to, guess what? I'm not giving back because no one helped me. I would just be giving, because I think we all as a society should give to the less fortunate. We should all help one another. Although sometimes it is difficult to help people because they take advantage of you. But we won't talk about unpleasant people now, will we? So, Mr. Buffett, what do you say? Do you know what, sir? I'd asked Mr. Trump. He never responded. Mark Cuban never responded. So, I'm wondering if perhaps you can, well, anyway. Oh, sir, I have a business plan. It's not just pasta salads. I'll be catering my salads. In addition to, I'm working on a calendar for next year, and by golly, I'm going to have the calendar ready. Well, why don't I just wait until it comes out and make the money? No, sir. I'd like to have the business going now. That way, the calendar will be even more successful. So, oh, and also a cookbook, but you know, that's down the line. But first and foremost, the business, and then the calendar. Well, okay, sir, I think I've embarrassed myself enough once again, but I'm desperate, and I'd like to get that business going before I'm too old. So I'd like to chop, chalo, chalo. Okay, sir, have yourself a wonderful week, and I hope you're enjoying your weekend. Please don't work too hard. Life is short. Okay, Mr. Warren Buffett, I'm the princess saying au revoir and hope to hear from you. Take care, sir. Bye-bye.